Why the One New Man Bible? The One New Man Bible brings a greater understanding of and appreciation for the power given to believers for their daily walk. Hebrew and Greek are very expressive languages. This translation brings out much of the power that has commonly been omitted from the traditional English translations. The Jewish roots of Christianity come to life in the One New Man Bible. But how is the One New Man Bible different from other translations? Scripture translated with the power and meaning of the original language intact comes alive. For example, one early surprise is in Genesis 12:1, when God tells Abram to leave Ur of the Chaldees. He does not just say go to Abram, but get yourself out of here. Later, he tells Moses to order Pharaoh, send my people away, instead of pleading, let my people go. These passages are the literal translation from the Hebrew. The One New Man Bible includes more than 4,000 footnotes, and the massive 170-page glossary describes various first-century Jewish customs and explains Hebrew scriptures, such as Leviticus 14, which on the surface is about cleansing a leper, but has a much deeper meaning. Many Jewish sources were studied to bring the scriptures to life, including many modern as well as ancient Jewish commentaries. Those studies bring real depth to the subjects in the glossary. But even more importantly, they give insight into the thinking of the New Testament authors, the apostles, and especially Yeshua. It is important for those of us reading in the 21st century to understand what a word or expression meant to those who wrote the passages in Bible times. The Torah, the first 5 books of the One New Man Bible, is divided into weekly readings over the course of a year. These weekly readings coincide with the weekly scriptures every synagogue in the world will be reading each Sabbath. The New Testament of the One New Man Bible was translated into English from the United Bible Society's 4th Greek edition, which employs textual criticism to determine which of the more than 5,000 ancient Greek manuscripts of the New Testament were closest to what the authors wrote in the first century. Some words have been translated differently because the traditional translation conveys something not intended by the author. One of those words is the Greek word ekklesia, which means a gathering of citizens called out from their homes into some public place. Implicit in ekklesia is a summoning, so this is not just a collection of people, but people called out to a public meeting for a particular purpose. Ekklesia is commonly translated church in other English translations, but because our association with church, with both a building and an organization, in this translation, ekklesia is translated congregation. Another example is the Greek word nomos, which has nearly always been translated law, even when used for the Hebrew word Torah. Torah does not mean law, it means teaching. When you see Torah in this translation, do not think law, but of the loving God teaching his children, offering an outline to guide them for a better way of life. This translation has as its goal to be a very readable text that flows from one book to another while preserving much of the Jewish flavor, especially the Jewishness of Yeshua, and much of the power of the Hebrew and Greek expressions. Why the name One New Man? Let's read Ephesians 2:14. For he is our peace, the one who has made both things into one, and who has loosed the dividing wall of the fence, cause of the enmity to his flesh, by his nullifying the tradition of the commandments by decrees, so that he could create the two, Jewish and non-Jewish, into one new man, establishing peace so he could reconcile both in one body to God through the cross, as God killed their enmity by means of Yeshua. And when he came, he proclaimed the good news of peace to you, to those far away, and peace to those near, because through him we both have the introduction to the Father by means of one Spirit. Therefore, then, you are no longer aliens and strangers, but you are fellow citizens of the saints and members of the household of God. This passage, a letter originally written to Gentiles and former heathens, tells us that we are all to worship the living God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the King of the universe, the God who became flesh and walked among us. Why should believers read the One New Man Bible? The One New Man Bible will help the church understand and appreciate its Jewish roots, and finally recognize that Yeshua, Jesus, was born Jewish, that he grew up Jewish, and that he is the same today as he was then. Readers will understand that the scriptures that Yeshua and every other New Testament author embraced, irreverently called the Old Testament by the church, are alive and relevant for believers today. As a proof of God's perfect plan for his perfect word, readers will discover that Matthew flows as if a continuous stream out of the book of Chronicles. Only God could have done this. The One New Man Bible has been written to help present-day believers move toward God's perfect plan to create one new man, bringing Jewish and non-Jewish together. The Hebrew Scriptures are in traditional book order, and although different from the Christian book order, it's easy to learn the sequence. This Bible is very easy to read through, Genesis to Revelation. The One New Man Bible is available in these formats. The SL edition of the One New Man Bible is beautifully finished with gold embossing on maroon synthetic leather cover, gilded page edges, and a maroon satin placeholder ribbon. These Bibles have Smith-sewn bindings for a lifetime of use. This edition of the One New Man Bible makes a wonderful gift or a personal daily use Bible. The sturdy and economic hardcover edition of the One New Man Bible is printed and bound in the same size, text, and quality paper of the synthetic leather-bound edition, but with a durable hardcover binding. Great for daily use as a personal or group study Bible. The One New Man Bible is also available in the Kindle store, in Apple iBooks, and in PDF format. Perfect for your Kindle reader, iPad, Nook, and all other tablet and smartphone readers. The PDF version is perfect for reading on your computer. Order your One New Man Bible today, or give it as a gift to a family member or a special friend or a pastor. It will change the way you read the Bible.